Alongside Jack Armstrong, Kia Nurse, Leo Rautins, and I think we can all admit that was an entertaining evening of basketball. And you know what? Let's hand it to the Raptors here because they're a team coming in this season. We keep talking about this rebuild and how young they are and everything focuses around Scotty. And they go and they push the Denver Nuggets, albeit they probably should have won it, but to overtime. And then things got absolutely wild, Jack.
They did get wild, but I love what I'm seeing from this Raptor team. They're playing the game hard. And obviously, Kia, though, the big injury to Scotty Barnes where he got hammered with an inverted elbow from Jokić, and the game changed.
It did. I mean, ultimately, they end up and go down and get that easy layup 4-on-5, and that's a bit tough. But I like that this Raptors team, especially end of regulation, they did execute. But at the other end of the floor, the Denver Nuggets have some of the best players in the world. They're going to make big plays. And for this Toronto team, I thought they did a good job of keeping their composure. And I love that RJ Barrett had the confidence to go and take that and try and go for the win.
Well, he went for it. Remember, long shot, long rebound. He had an opportunity to get a couple of rebounds on that play, too. But, you know, you look at Denver, this is a team that desperately needed a win coming into this game. And they showed they still have that championship pedigree on how they closed the game.
You know what, too, and just the poise from Jokić. We saw in those highlights there. I mean, it didn't even faze him that they were in overtime. He so calmly took the three ball, ends up with 40 and 10. Jack, it's only a few games into the season, but he's putting up numbers once again.
Well, he's had back-to-back 40-point games for the first time in his career. So he's doing even things he hasn't done before. Three-time MVP. Kia, this guy's special. I mean, what can you say? And everyone that plays with him becomes a better player because you can run so many different actions through him. It just takes so much pressure on everyone else.
It absolutely does. He makes the game easy for everyone, right? And I think the big piece of it is we always talk about him being a facilitator, how good of a passer he is, but it's him knocking down the three ball like we see here. That's something he's gone to more this year. Understanding that Denver doesn't have as much three-point shooting around him or a lack of consistency, he's kind of just taking it on by himself.
Well, that's the point. He does whatever it takes. So if it's got to make that means taking more threes, making more threes, he'll do that. If it means distributing the ball, he'll do that. But he's just such a presence on the floor. I'll tell you what, I have a blast watching. I mean, just watching the things he does and how he plays, he makes it a lot of fun.
He outslows people.
Oh, he does.
100%. It almost trips you up how slow he plays.
Yeah, like
and he ball fakes you to death. I mean,
I know. At some point you think it's not going to work, but then it just keeps working season after season.
Amazing.
Scotty Barnes, before he went down, he was having a really, really, really nice night. He was 1 assist shy of a triple-double. He was doing it all.
You know, it's interesting. Saturday night against Minnesota, statistically, it looked like a nice game. But I didn't like how he came out to start the game and kind of had some silly turnovers. Tonight, from minute one, Kia, the whole night, he was dialed in and was productive and tough.
I think he understands that he sets the tone for this team. And it is easier said than done when you have to do that and you don't know what this game's going to look like in a rebuilding season. Give credit to Scottie Barnes. He picked his spots. He picked the spots where he needed to score. He picked the spots where he needed to get his teammates involved. And he's done a great job of finding ways to get himself and his back to the basket again, using his dribble instead of needing others to get it there for him.
yeah, I thought he played a game with a great deal of intensity. When you see the numbers, just tremendous stats in this game all across the board. But you know, he played with a level of intensity, but always calm and cool and collected in this game. And that's what you got to do. If you're the leader, you have to play that way.
And I think as Raptor fans, you just hope it's nothing serious at this point. And as we said, look, we know this is a young, different Raptors team, but so far, it has been very entertaining. And we will certainly take that as we send it back to SportsCenter.